Hi Aquarius, welcome into a general weekly reading. I hope you're doing amazing. I feel like you're going to be learning more about how you're changing throughout the week, and I feel like that's going to affect and teach you more about how your world is changing, as I am being shown the World card. And I feel like something is coming to an end for you in such a positive light, for some of which it's a connection to a negative force from the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, I feel like for some of which it could be a toxic connection, maybe a toxic job, or it could be an ending otherwise within a continuing situation. Apply it as you may. But you're also being pushed to remember how much you've been transforming. How things are working in your favor is going to take a huge highlight. You're going to have naturally moments throughout the week where you're overly serious. Other moments when you're feeling slightly goofy or just more positive, more upbeat. Flow with the punches, all right? Don't force it. Just allow for yourself to connect and disconnect when your intuition rings true. I also feel like there's a huge focus on who is watching after you, because I feel like there's significant spirit guides on your team guiding you left and right. I was going to say as well, there's a focus on who's watching you, say at a job or maybe online, for the better and or for the worse. And people's intentions are part of your week. You're seeing people in the right light. You're noticing things when they don't even notice it themselves. It just feels like you are quite on point being drawn to this reading. I was really pushed the other day to think about my connection to the Aquarian collective on this channel. It's very significant. You're going to think more about your connection to everything, right? Or maybe different aspects of your world. It's like pick up a tarot deck and think about your connection to that energy or what it has to teach you. Things like this are going to come into play. Where you feel misunderstood, I feel like you're needing to recognize that that is not a bad thing. You want to be understood more, but then at other points it's like, do I really? I don't know. It maybe just has to be the right person or people, or at the right time, or both. But I feel like you're being viewed at as a very wise owl, somebody who's quite unique and different and is changing. And it's this feeling of people wondering more about you throughout the week, asking you questions. You're not sure at times if you should answer. Trust your intuition. But it feels like you're going to remember somebody in your world. I feel like for a lot it's at a job who you should and will not trust moving forward. But it's kind of this vibe where spirit has been pushing you to bond with certain people because they're a good person, right? In another case, because you have to at times keep your enemies closer. I feel like it might have to do with how things are going to shift in that situation moving forward. The Ace of Swords. Now, I feel like your mind is very much on fire and it's benefiting you throughout the week, but it's overwhelming at other points. You could be an overthinker, right? I wouldn't be surprised, no offense. We all have our bad habits, but I do feel like a lot of which hear spirit quite clearly, and that can be confusing. It can be overwhelming. It can be too much. It's like at times, I don't know why I feel the need to say this. I'm a vivid dreamer, but at times I literally hear spirits having conversations in my mind. It's like, you can do that elsewhere, right? Or, they'll tell a story. Anyways, spirituality is a wild thing. But I do want to say as well, there's a lessening in spiritual BS for some. You're going to feel like there is just a lot to figure out, but you're not wanting to force it. It's because at this point along your path, Aquarius, you're not meant to force it, okay? You're meant to just flow with things and realize and remember at certain points, you will figure it out along the way. You always have, and you always will. And again, you're supported and guided being drawn to this reading. The possibilities for you, my friend, are through the roof, kind of like Taurus's reading. But the Eight of Pentacles, because I feel like you are picking back up a habit of yours that's healthy. I don't know why I just got that from picking up the card, but I feel like you're not hesitating at this point to do what's right for you. You're putting in the work and it's paying off big time. This could definitely speak upon self-care. For some, it's on social media. For a lot, it has to do with your business and or a day-to-day job. And for some, it has to do with spirituality maybe. But I feel like, they're showing a pendulum. You're going to be pushed to think about when you trusted the wrong answers. Because I used to use a pendulum to figure out certain important things in my life, and I made a mistake because of it, because I had a negative spirit with me. Does that make sense? It's just an example. But I feel like there's a lot of predicting throughout your week, whether it's more so you and or somebody else or other people. A lot of tarot throughout your week. Something about an oracle deck being used. But I feel like there are moments when you need to stop. All right, take a deep breath. Let's do it together. And then you feel more grounded. You feel the significance and the change of your energy. Your energy is going to take a focus because you're very, very important in that one way, but in several other ways as well. When you step into the room, don't be surprised when people notice you. It's this feeling of people wanting to be around you. And then you, for the most part throughout the week, thinking about connecting with people, but then wanting to be to yourself. In spirit saying, when you want to and choose to stay in your own lane, in your own aquarium bubble, it's going to be on point, all right? At times you're spiritually protected and guided when it comes to that. And other points, it is your intuition being stern with you and protecting you in that manner. Interesting, I've never labeled intuition as stern, but I do feel like you are doing a lot of speaking throughout the week, and this is effective. It's helping you and other people. It's about getting your voice out there at times, being creative more, doing a little bit of a dance here and there, maybe singing, and leaving yourself in a better vibration because of it, and maybe teaching and or learning something in that moment. But I do feel like music is going to be a part of your week when Spirit says, shuffle your music. Or maybe pay attention to the song in the store or at work. We're giving you a message, okay? Or maybe the vibe, the energy of that song or songs is significant for you. I do feel like there's a focus on your solar plexus chakra, if I could even spit that one out. There are going to be times when you struggle to speak. I'm just being real. And I feel like that's also taking a focus. I'm just being real at this point along my path. I'm not a bullshitter. Right? And I feel like Spirit's saying, well, good, let's keep it that way. Let's improve more moving forward and show people that you deserve people just like that, right? I don't know what that was, but I feel like there are going to be spiritual occurrences throughout the week that do make you a bit nervous, that make you a little, aware in a kind of a spooky way. Anyways, I do feel like spooky things will take a highlight for some drawn to the reading, whether it's more on social media, in person, you name it. You could just think about it as well. But I do feel like in a very controlled manner, you're protecting throughout the week, okay? This could go in the terms of horrible wording. You protecting, say, that business, your finances. It could be a connection or two that you're protecting. But I feel like you're protecting yourself as well, even in moments when you don't realize it. 754, look up the angel number meaning. Where time is crawling, you need to step away from whatever you're doing in the moment. That's going to be significant for you. I feel like that's, I don't know, it's going to come into play, you'll see. What else do we have? Being drawn to this reading as well, whether you want to label yourself as an empath or not, energy affects you, and that comes in so many different forms. Obviously, people hold energy, so let's tweak and adjust when need be. Cleanse your energy. But also items. Everything holds energy, okay? You're also going to be pushed to put on cologne and or perfume, wear something you have been wearing. We're changing things for you, okay? We're changing the outcome. I'm hearing birds very specifically. I feel like there are going to be nature sounds, other sounds of significance, smells coming to be. You're going to be reminded of a home situation that needs to be brought back into the equation. Interesting. Or a home-like situation, or something that makes you feel like home or at home. Anyways, the Eight of Swords, because where are you trapping yourself? Where are you limiting yourself? You're overdoing something, I feel the need to say. You're feeling at times pecked at. It's like somebody or something is like irritating you. It is being drawn to this bird here. And I feel like you do not deserve it, and you need to remember that. Animals are also part of your week. They're making me think about where I'm staying currently. This living situation, it's a great place, and it has chickens and cats in the backyard. And it's just fun. Anyways, The Queen of Wands and the Temperance card. I feel like something's making you nervous as well, and you need to just take a deep breath and have patience, because things are changing in your favor in that sense moving forward. A lot less nervousness and shakiness, but I feel like you're a passionate, patient, angelic kind of soul, and that's taking a highlight, and people are noticing this in such a beautiful way. Where you do feel a little bit emotional, I would say cleanse and then decide if it was your energy. Feel it out if you will. But you have a lot on your mind, a lot to accomplish, and a lot more on the horizon abundance-wise. It's going to be a very, very life kind of changing week for you, where you get a lot done, you feel a lot, and again, you're changing by the minute. Beautiful reading. Until next time, my friend.